What's up everyone, my name's Eric. Welcome back to my channel. Today's trade alert is in CHWY, ticker symbol CHWY. I'm a little slow at getting this video made as I technically opened this trade about a day and a half ago. So this says 42 days. When I opened the trade, it was technically at 44. So I sold the 75 put for the 20th of August expiration, and I collected $2.01. Heading over to the trade tab, I like the 40 to 60 day window. If I have to stretch it out, I'll go 40 to 70, even though a lot of people, i.e. Tastyworks, Tasty Trade, they like the 30 to 60 day window, but in my experience, the 30-day window, you kind of start to push your luck and you end up rolling a lot of trades and stuff like that. And that's not what I want to do. I'm trying to make this system as easy as possible. I don't want to be rolling trades and worrying about that stuff. So for me, I found if I stretch it out a little on the longer side, it just gives you more time for things to work in your favor, even though you might have to wait slightly longer in time for the trade to play out, right? I guess the main issue with opening trades around the 30-day mark is that technically at 21 days, which is only 9 days later, you should be rolling out trades that have not profited in your favor, right? And so that 9-day window, that's not very long. I mean, most of these naked premiums, they take about 2 weeks, 3 weeks to work in your favor. So that's why even at 40 days, you know, that's only 19 days until you're looking at rolling out your trades. And so that's why I personally like the 40-day to 60 or 70-day window instead of the 30 to 60-day window, even though technically, you know, those 30-ish day trades can work fast and in your favor. But the problem is if they don't, which they usually don't work that fast, you know, you're either gonna take a much smaller profit and you'll get less return on capital, or even more annoyingly is that you have to end up rolling the trade out and tracking it like that. So anyways, long story short, I don't like the 30 days, it's too short. I like the 40 to 60 or 70 days, it gives you more time. And I'm just trying to keep this whole thing simple and I don't want to be rolling trades. All right, with that, right now it's the 42-day window. I opened the trade, like I said, a day and a half ago, which is 44 days. And then my usual thing for selling puts or selling naked calls, which is pretty rare nowadays, but when I sell a put, I usually go around the 20 delta. It kind of depends on the ticker and the strikes available. I'll go as high as the 30 delta, but really anything, you know, 30 delta and under is within reason. Right now, the 75 put here is at the 18 delta, and when I opened the trade, I think I was more like 24 delta, give or take. And then the day after this, there was a real volatile up and down day. And at one point, I think it had moved all the way up here to like the 30 delta, because I was down like over $100 just in one day because the price swung in like, I don't know, like $5. So anyways, it's been a crazy ride. Opened at like 24, went up to like 30. Now it's all the way down to 18. So today, if you open it, you're here at the 18 delta. Here it's asking 152 is the mid price, and that leaves you at an 81% pop, 88% P50. Your max profit is $152, or the $1.52 that you collect, right, times 100 because you control 100 shares. And then your max loss is undefined, or it's technically known at negative 7,000 if you go to zero, but that's not going to happen. So in reality, your max loss is undefined or unknown because, you know, if this drops $20, then your max loss could go down to, you know, $3,000 or whatever. And then the buying power effect here for this naked put is pretty reasonable here at just $750. If you didn't want to go with the undefined risk here and you wanted to define your risk, you could turn this naked put into a vertical put spread. All that means is that you buy, instead of sell, you buy a farther out of the money strike as protection for your naked put. And then that will define your max loss and your buying power effect. So in this case, you could go 5 points wide and buy this one, right? That's why it's green. And now the mid price is just 78 cents because it's less risky, right? Because you define your spread and your max loss is only 422 instead of like 7,000 bucks. And then your buying power effect is 422, and the buying power effect and the max loss are locked in. because you have this spread, and then your probability of profit goes down slightly. This is only 79% and 88% here. Again, because this is a less risky position because you have defined your risk. You have locked in a max loss and your buying power effect. Now, me personally, if I was gonna do a vertical spread here, getting 78 cents is not enough, even though that's a good probability of profit. I like to get at least $1 for vertical spreads or naked premium trades. I like to get at least $1, and really naked premium ones, I try to get more like $2, $1.50, $2, $2.50, somewhere in there. So if this was me, I would bump this out here to the 31 delta, and now you're at the 80 and the 75. And then that obviously is going to lower your pop. It's more aggressive, right? So your percentage of profit is going to go down. So now it's only 72 and 77. But now you're collecting $1.39, go to $1.40 to make the math easier. And except this is not calculating properly for some reason. This should say max profit is $1.40 or $140, and your max loss, since this is a 5-point wide spread, you just subtract $1.40 from 5, which would be $3.60 right here, or $360 would be your max loss. And then that would also be your buying power effect at 360. All right, I feel like I've talked that to death. Let's take a look at the charts and see how things are stacking up there. All right, so CHWY here had this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then this real big A, B, C correction here on Elliott wave. And now it appears to be forming the first wave back higher, and then eventually it'll bounce down and up and down and up. That's assuming this is all correct, right? And also if you come down here to the MACD and the RSI, you know, both of these are kind of on the high side a little bit. However, you know, if you look at the past history here, this stuff, you know, they can stay high for a long time, and it just keeps going and going and going. So, you know, technically here it's overbought. You have some pushback, but then it goes up and up and up, and this is overbought, small pushback, up and up and up. So anyways, that's why I always say this stuff it's never guaranteed. That's why I always say take any technical analysis with a huge grain of salt. However, I feel like the Elliott wave is better than most, as mainly it's the only technical analysis that I know of that will project roughly where the price will end up, right? Everything else, if you just use these two, you know, I've seen people use this where you sell when the MACD crosses, or you sell when this hits overbought here. But that doesn't tell you how much farther it could keep going, right? I mean, here, if you sold here, you would have sold at this candle instead of, you know, it went from 90 all the way up to 110. You would have missed out on 20 bucks of price action. And this is all after the fact, right? Where in theory, Elliott wave, based on the past, is projecting higher using Fibonacci retracements and Fibonacci extensions. For this trade to be profitable, I just need to stay within this orange box. My strike here is at 75, and the expiration is here on the 20th of August. I would obviously roll the trade way before August 20th ever gets even remotely close. Like I said, 21 days and I would start rolling. So as long as I stay within this orange box, which is above 75 or higher, I'm good to go. And I will take profits at roughly 50% of the max profit. And that applies to the vertical put spread as well as the naked put. All right, I think that covers everything. Let me know if you have any questions, and I will catch you in the next video.